Hello people and welcome to this new class in where we're gonna see a very important tool related with the text. It's called text frame options. So first of all I will hit the text tool T key. I will click and drag, and once I have my text box ready I will fill it with placeholder text, and then I'll go over Object, Text, Frame Options, shortcut Ctrl B or Command B. This window pops up in where we can find many different options. I recommend you to turn on the preview, and then let's start changing the number of columns of our text box. Number instead of 1, let's say 3. According to this first menu, columns are determined by a fixed number. They could be determined by a fixed width or a flexible width. So we can change the number of columns, and we can change as well the gather. The gather is the distance between the columns. I will increase it, and you can see on the preview how that distance becomes bigger and bigger. Normally 4 or 5 millimeters are okay. Related with the columns is interesting this second option. It is called column rules. If I turn it on, then you can see on the preview how a vertical line is drawn along the gather. We can play with the length of that rule, the horizontal position, the stroke and the color. Coming back to the general category, it is interesting this second part of the menu calling inset spacing, in where we can create an inset easily. As far as this chain is on, my distance will be replied in all the margins, and you can see on the preview the new inset around the text box. I will click OK, then text tool, and this time I will write down InDesign, just one word. I will select it and I will make it like that, for example. Then once the text box is selected, Ctrl or Command B. Text frame options on. In this case, I don't want to change the number of columns, but I want to play with the position of my word in my text box. Then this last option, called vertical justification, is very interesting. If I expand this menu, I can align my text to the top, center, bottom or justify. Now it's placed at the top, but it's very common that we want the text to be aligned at the center. So one click center, and here we are. Our text is vertically aligned with the center. I click OK, and then if I want that text to be aligned horizontally with the center as well, then I should hit text tool and click align center here. Anyways, now we can transform our text box, but our word always will be aligned with the center, either vertically and horizontally. I will move this box a little bit higher, then text tool again, right click, fill with placeholder text, Ctrl or Command B, and let's see the last tool, which I think is important to know from this menu. It's called auto size. Auto size automatically is off, but if I expand the menu, we have different possibilities here. We can change it and say that we want the auto size height only, width only, height and width. Keep proportions. What means that? Okay, let's click height only. Selection tool. I will move my text box here. Now I am changing the width. And what's going on? The height is changing as well. Again, why? Because the text frame is adapting to the text. It is auto sizing. Remember that the auto size is on and high only, which means that the text frame is gonna adapt itself to the text inside to avoid hidden or extra text. Another example, text tool. I make a box here, right click, fill with placeholder tool, and then I continue texting something. What's going on? The text frame is not allowing me to keep going texting, right? And then we have this red plus sign warning us about the extra or hidden text. If I select this box and I say Ctrl or Command B, auto size, height only, okay, then the text frame is adapting in the vertical dimension, because we set height only, to the amount of lines that we have. I go inside the text box, I continue texting something, and you can see how the text frame is increasing the height in order to adapt to the new lines, right? Ctrl B again, and now you can understand what means width only, height and width keep proportions, right? Everything is talking about how that frame is going to adapt to the text when we are writing down something. So, okay, I hope that this text frame option tool is clear now for you. We will use it a lot in the future. So time to say goodbye now, and I hope to see you in the next class.